following program is sponsored by Michael W. Smith. The views expressed on the following program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership.
Phoenix, Arizona, Brother Mike, I'm back on the radio. Yes, HardcoreChristianity.com. Welcome to the program. Thank you for tuning in. The abortion plague today on Hardcore. Let's get the radio program started. I'll make a couple of announcements and then we'll go. This is Brother Mike. I'm the professional counselor at the Arizona Deliverance Center in downtown Phoenix. We're on 15th Avenue, just south of Osborne Road. It's the red brick building on the west side of the road. As you know, we have 2 live services every week, Thursday and Friday nights at 7 o'clock Arizona time and 7 p.m. Pacific time. Both those services are on our YouTube streaming channel, youtube.com/House of Healing AZ. It's also on my Facebook page, Michael W. Smith. On the website, you can hit the PayPal button and send us another donation. Thank you for that. You can check out our radio archives. You can sign up for one of our free seminars. We have one seminar every month. We have a women's only seminar every other month. I have a deliverance training class every month on the 4th Saturday of the month at noon. And summertime is now our time for our children's deliverance services on the 1st Saturday of June, July, and August at 10 a.m. May God richly bless you. And please don't forget about Sister Karen. She's on the homepage of the website. Thank you for sending her your houses to be sold. We are grateful for that. I know I am. May God bless you. The abortion plague. Folks, abortion is so part of our culture now. It's literally unbelievable. And what actually is going on in this country, as they say on the street, you can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. But let's go back to some basics on abortion for just a quick second. Planned Parenthood Federation of America, as you know, is one of 149 national affiliates of another monster called the International Planned Parenthood Federation, the IPPF. They have offices and clinics in 189 different nations on the planet Earth. They also work with the United Nations Population Fund, UNFPA. They are the ones that are the supporters of the Chinese forced abortion program. There's also another major abortion provider on the planet Earth called the Population Council. But going back here to America, Planned Parenthood is the largest abortion provider in the country. All the abortion providers together make up about 350,000 abortions a year. 40% of them are Planned Parenthood, which is a pretty big increase. They were only 5% of the total in 1980. Of all the people that go to Planned Parenthood, 96% of them are either talked into having an abortion or who go there and have one. 96% of the people have them. The number one expense at Planned Parenthood is donations to Democrats. The group they hate the most, more than any other group, is which one? Crisis Pregnancy Centers. What's the second group they hate the most? Planned Parenthood. Who do they hate the second most? Right to Lifers. Yes, that's correct. And you all remember a few years ago, David Daladin, he was the undercover journalist that exposed Planned Parenthood to a level of monster nobody even knew existed. You remember he had undercover videos that he released to the public, and it caused a monumental controversy nationwide. Many states passed laws to defund Planned Parenthood when they found out they were selling baby parts. They were selling fetus cells. They actually had a menu, or actually have a menu. They still currently have it. they actually had a menu of body parts you could buy and how much they cost, kind of like the menu at McDonald's. When you go in to purchase whatever you want to eat or drink, it's all on the menu there. All of them have varying prices. Well, that's exactly what Planned Parenthood does to babies. Nobody knew that was even going on. I had absolutely zero idea what was going on at Planned Parenthood. When I was living in sin years ago, obviously I never bothered to even get involved in it, and I couldn't care less about it. I thought abortion was fine, and it was just, whatever you decided to do. I couldn't care less. I was too busy living my sinful life to care about people being aborted. But this David Daladin had this incredible undercover investigation, and did he ever get in trouble? Planned Parenthood came after him like you can't conceive nor believe. And they spent a considerable amount of time slandering him and tearing him to pieces in the media. They went to court in California and got the videos that he had acquired. The vast majority of them nobody has ever seen. The public only saw a few of them. 3 or 4, I believe, got out before there was a restraining order, to use a legal term, put out on those videos. And Planned Parenthood got them quashed because they were so horrible. It was literally unbelievable. What was going on in those videos was shocking. People were literally shocked at what was happening in the videos. So shocked, many states began to defund Planned Parenthood. For example, the Texas Health and Human Services Inspector General Stuart Bowden wrote a letter to Planned Parenthood after those videos came out a few years ago. He said, quote, "Your misconduct is directly related to whether you are qualified to provide medical services in a professionally competent, safe, legal, and ethical manner. Your actions violate generally accepted medical standards as reflected in state and federal law and our Medicaid program violations. This justifies termination." And then we found out from these videos, and also other groups had also done secret videotaping of people at Planned Parenthood. A group called Live Action also videotaped them. For example, in one video, Amy Woodruff, the manager of one of the second biggest Planned Parenthood office in New Jersey, was on video giving a pimp advice on how to give an abortion to one of his sex slaves. 14-year-old girl had gotten pregnant. She was telling the pimp on camera that it was okay for them to still have an abortion because they would still be able to perform sex acts from the, quote, waist up, unquote. She then goes on to explain to the pimp on the video that when the girls come in for their abortion, tell them to lie about their age, and also to write down and identify as students. That way they were able to get them cheaper contraception and avoid mandatory reporting laws. In one video, the Planned Parenthood demon-infected administrator was telling someone that it's better for the women to wait to get a late-term abortion because they could get the Medicaid or the state to pay for the ultrasounds, and they would be able to sell the body parts better because the baby was further matured. Abortion has become something shocking here in the United States, but we're actually amateurs when it comes to abortion. China aborts 20 million babies a year, and a few years ago they stopped aborting only female fetuses. Why? Well, because those Rhodes Scholars over there had damaged their workforce, and now there's a shortage of women. So if you're looking for a husband in China, you're in a good spot right now. After 25 years of aborting babies, mostly women, there's a premium on wives in China now. Well, we don't abort nearly that many babies a year. Of course, 20 million, we're not even close. We abort, somewhere in the neighborhood of about 1 million or thereabouts. And sometimes the amount runs to $2,500 to $3,500 a day, something like that. But in an abortion, when you go in to have an abortion, this is a Moloch from the Old Testament staring us right in the face. Early term babies, they just simply suck out with a tube. That's called a suction aspiration. The other method of abortion is dilation and carriage. They use a current and they go up inside the womb and then they chop the baby up and then suck the baby out. The other method is dilation and evacuation, where you take forceps up into the womb and then you crush the brain and the spine of the child and then drag it out. And then the best one of all is partial birth abortion, where you pull the baby out by the feet with forceps, pull it all the way out until, except for the head, then you take a scissors, cut the spinal cord at the base of the brain, suck the brain out of the skull, then you remove the baby, and that's good for them because the baby is very late term and has its organs all, consisting in good shape and ready to sell. Kind of like going to Burger King. What's unbelievable about this is the Bible predicts this kind of thing is happening. 2 Timothy chapter 3 says, "Know this, that in the last days perilous times shall come." And that's the Greek word kalipos for perilous there. It means dangerous. And this abortion insanity in America is one example of it. 2 Timothy chapter 3 also says, "Evil men and seducers will wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived." Goez is the Greek word for seducers there. It was used to describe a wizard who takes over people's minds, like brainwashing. And that's exactly what we're staring at right now in the United States, brainwashing, where people think abortion is perfectly normal. They don't understand anything going on behind the scenes at Planned Parenthood. They don't understand the horrificness of this thing and the satanic flair to it. And they don't understand what happens to women after they get an abortion. A spirit of death enters the mother's body after they murder the child. And later on, they start developing nightmares, repetitive bad dreams, strange physical illnesses, strange organ problems, joint pains, all kinds of things. If you had an abortion and you're a born-again Christian and you are suffering the ramifications of this horrible spirit of death that entered your body when you had the abortion, you're eligible for free counseling, healing, and deliverance services at the Arizona Deliverance Center, 602-636-5800. This abortion nightmare is not going to go away, but your spirits can go away.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership. This program was sponsored by Michael W. Smith.